Welcome back to Ferocious Education, this is Ed. Today, we're going to be talking once more about NAKD Brands Group, NAKD. In this video, we're going to try to uncover a little bit of more technical analysis, and we're going to discuss a bit of the due diligence. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So NAKD Brand Group is a specialist digital intimate apparel and swimwear business focused exclusively online. They design and market the 74-year-old Fredericks of Hollywood brand under a license agreement with Authentic Brands Group. Now, NBG was actually created back on June 20th of 2018, around 3 years ago, via the merger of NASDAQ-listed Brand Group Incorporations and a New Zealand company, Bendon Limited, which was established in 1947. In January 2021, NBG announced their strategy to exit the Bendon business, which was officially divested in April 2021, paving the way for an NBG to exclusively focus on the e-commerce marketplace. Now, that was a little bit outdated because actually what we've heard recently, even if you actually watch as well some of my videos, you would have known that. So back on August 20th, at their annual meeting of shareholders, they provided an update on the status of their plans to find a merger or acquisition partner following the divestitures of the bricks and mortar operations of Bendon that resulted in the expanded balance sheet with a net position of around $270 million. And on the third paragraph here, it says, during their career as an owner and operator of many diverse businesses, they have always been attracted to the commercial opportunities that benefit their environment and help contribute to the growing ESG mandate that major corporations are implementing today across the globe. So the company is a market leader with cutting-edge patented proprietary technology that we believe satisfies those ESG mandates. We have made significant progress over the past few weeks and believe that the path up to a definitive agreement is in sight. However, there are no assurances that we will sign this agreement, or if we do sign the agreement, that we'll be able to close the business. That was back on September 24th, 2021. So we do anticipate that this is probably going to take a month more or so. As you get to see, back from August 20th to September 24th, we do anticipate at least the first thing we might have to see or hear about it would probably be next week, as it gives them an entire month. And it appears to be a pattern where they do wait a month or so. And now, how this is going to affect the stock price? Well, let's treat it just like a normal SPAC. So first off, this is a SPAC, so it's a $10 floor price, but basically what I'm trying to say is the same kind of things will kind of pertain. So the initial run up after the letter of intent. So usually you get this kind of push and then kind of cools down. And what we get to see here is that we got a bit of push and we cooled down. Now the anticipation here is the further increase as the agreement date is announced and the merger date gets closer. Now, for this, I do anticipate something to be a bit different, because if we get to know what the company is, that would be the thing that would actually move it forward. So they go ahead and tell us what the ESG is, and then we jump on that and take a look into what they do, some of their previous balance sheets, and any information we can uncover on that. The stock price would most likely jump a lot higher. At least that's the first two steps I do want to discuss about. Now, the third part could pertain to this one, relating towards uncertain period where majority of the profits are taken and the reverse merger is already done. But we honestly don't know anything about that yet. So for the time being, we're going to assume that after we do know the ESG itself, which most likely would be sometime at least or closer towards next week or the week after, but most likely next week, because if you do follow that kind of pattern of 1 month gap, it is next week. Now, before moving on forward, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button on the bottom right corner and leave notifications on. Also, don't forget to drop a like to this video, and if you would like to join our Discord, totally free in the description below, and we don't try to upsell anything on there. Now, in terms of institutional buyers, currently, there's only around 0.5% of institutional shares ownership of the entire float. So that seems to be really small. I'm not sure if that is actually indeed accurate. And in terms of the insiders, we do know that at least the CEO holds more than 50.1%. And the company is mainly insider ownership. In terms of the dark pool short volume ratio, that is sitting very close to 50% with a 0.82 days to cover left. Now, in terms of the short selling for this one, we're able to see that anywhere between 40 to around 52% of the entire short volume being going on towards, or sorry, entire total volume going to the short volume. Now let's move on a bit towards technical analysis and discuss this further. From a technical analysis perspective, what we're seeing is that things are starting to look a little bit more interesting. So on the moving averages, they're all almost colliding towards this range between the 69 cents and 62 cents, around 7 cents kind of variance in there. But 10 SMA still above 30 EMA, which is a bit bullish, and the trading action zone where most positive reversals occur is between the 66-ish and the 65 cents, so it's very narrow. And in terms of the ADX, it's suggesting that this one is starting to build up on a trend here, and that is amazing to see. Now on the William Percent R, which is very, very similar to the relative strength index, we're seeing that this one is neutral. It's neither overbought or oversold, and that is a very bullish thing on its own. In terms of the NAKD histogram, we're able to see that this one is attempting a positive reversal as it curves upward. However, momentum is in very much high disagreement. It's one of the lowest we've ever seen it, around negative 0.16, which is even astonishing given that the price point has actually jumped, showing that there might be actually more selling than buying in this case. Now, in terms of stochastic fast and stochastic slow, this really disregards the message that we got from the strong kind of movement towards the buying part and suggests that we might actually drop as all of them are actually pinpointing downwards. We need to understand a little bit on how the Fibonacci retracements and supports and resistances are, but the moving averages are actually going upwards, which is honestly a little bit different from what we're seeing on the stochastic fast and stochastic slow. So really, it is showing mixed messages. However, if we were to take a look, let's say in the last month or so, and extend the Fibonacci retracements from the $1 to the 46.3 level, we're able to see that there is a strong resistance at the 67 cents, 73, 79, and 88 cents. Supports are 59 and 46 cents. Now, in terms of normal supports and resistances, we're able to see that a strong resistance is at 67 cents, 71 cents, 75, and 82. Supports are at 65, going downwards to 64, around 62, downwards to 59, and then 55, and then 52. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think is going to happen soon? We got to be very careful onto the $1 minimum. The last time it really had compliance was midsummer or so, or even before then. And we got to be very careful because it could trigger a reverse split sometime in the near future if the stock doesn't jump higher. Now, I do anticipate that they understand that. And in order to prevent a reverse split to contain or complete the compliance requirements, they would let us know a bit further about the ESG company itself and what they do, and let the rest take place with the stock jumping up in price and people investing into this one, mainly because of the ESG and people who have actually wanted to pick naked for a long time. Now, what do you think is going to happen here? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.